Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you're from in this beautiful world? All right, I want to welcome my guests here. Thank you guys for being here. We got Miscellaneous Brew Reviews,
Cheers.
Bumpy Road Brewery,
Hello.
and we got Tanner. Which tell me your freaking ECLQR. I forgot.
East Coast LQ reviews.
That's right. That's right. East Coast. I'm pulling an Alex moment right now. Okay, and you got Beer Man here. Sorry, man, but welcome, guys.
Boy, it happens.
Yeah, seriously, I got a little stuck there. But welcome to the chat as well. Thanks, John and Nilly, for being here, and Patch having farm. Cheers to you guys. All right, we're gonna do some beer and cheese pairings, and I've got a beer to announce at the end of the night before we end here. So for Christmas, so Merry Christmas to y'all. Let's go ahead and do this. Miscellaneous brew reviews.
All right, so I guess I'll show you the cheese first. Yeah, weird name for a cheese company. 1057. This is a extra mature Scottish cheddar cheese. It's fit for a king. I do not know. They don't say how long this is aged. So how mature is it? I couldn't tell you. But that's it, right there. It's pretty dry and crumbly when I was cutting it. So yeah, maybe we'll get something good out of that. And I brought something again from Epic. The Epic Whisky Stouts. Why not? All right. So yeah, this is the Big Bad Baptist, the pecan pie. It's barrel aged with coffee, cacao, pecans, cinnamon, and vanilla. Comes in at 10.5%. This is the release number 1.
Nice.
Slacker. You're a damn slacker, John. Talked all that mess last night. Yeah. Dark cocoa colored head. Seems to be holding up a little bit better than last night's. One finger. Yeah. Opaque. Smells pretty good. Should be interesting. I've been up this road a couple times. With the Imperial Stout and the cheese, so it goes really good.
Cheers, Tiki. Cheers, Miscellaneous, man. Right on. That looked good, dude. Sounds good. Yum. That's awesome. Well, cool. Let's get Bumpy Road Brewery up here.
All right. Well, the cheese I'm bringing is from Belgioioso. Same company I had last week, but this one's a Parmesan. It says it's aged over 10 months. It's award-winning. And I just cut a little bit up. So there's my little Parmesan slices. It cut fairly easily. I do think this is probably like a dry, crumbly cheese, though, because you typically would have some type of shredded or grated Parmesan. The stout that I have, this is gifted to me from John and Ellie and Kate. So from Trillium, their Coconut PM Dawn. It's an American stout with cold brewed coffee. It comes in at 9% ABV.
Ooh.
And this is from February 23rd, 2021. So it's, what are we looking at, like 10 months old now?
In there a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, let's give it a pour.
I'm like psyched about that because you like never see a lot of that Trillium Stouts come out.
All right, yeah, pours with a fairly small bubbled head. It is that kind of light tan coloration to the head. Reddish, deep caramel, but more on that reddish amber side, and the reservoir just a little fingernails worth of light shining through. So pretty dark stout.
Nice. That looks good.
Extreme chocolate notes. Coffee. Lots of coffee.
Your favorite. All right. Thanks, Bumpy.
Thanks.
All right, Tanner. Cheers.
Guys. So I tried to find something a little bit more craft, but this is what I find last minute. It's Cracker Barrel Gouda. No age, obviously, but yeah, I've never really done a cheese pairing with beer, so this would be cool. Stout I want to show you. It's pretty nice. I was looking for something different. I was looking for bombers, but nothing really spoke out to me. And I was about to grab Old Rasputin, and I was like, I kind of want to try something new. I walked into the walk-in cooler. I found this. It's a Newport Craft Brewing Distilling Co. Malasada Stout. It's Imperial Stout with milk sugar and cinnamon bun extract. So 11% ABV. Looks really good. I'm guessing it's going to be really sweet. I don't know how well it's going to pair with this cheese. Because it's probably, like I said, it's probably really sweet cinnamon bun and milk sugar.
I think you're gonna find that's probably gonna work.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe. I don't know.
Got my stout glass here.
Nice.
Check out the appearance of this thing. 4. Well, the aroma's strong. Oh, it's pretty thick too. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah, it is.
It's a pretty looking beer.
Like a brown head. Looks a little bit more coffee cream on the camera, but it's like a brown head. Pitch black in appearance. Definitely excited to try this. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man. Thank you, Tanner.
Cheers.
All right. Hey, cheers, Lep, for coming on in there. Hell yeah. You guys have some interesting things. I can't wait for you guys to review them. All right. Oh, I got to put my sipper away, and let's give you I'll go cheese first. So I went with the blue cheese, and I found it's the same creamery that I had gotten the other one from last week. This one's called their Hazen Blue, Bailey Hazen Blue. It's $29.99, $30 a pound. I got a quarter pound of it for $7. But it's got some nice veinage in there. It's crumbly. It just kind of breaks apart. I wasn't supposed to do that, but it was pretty good. But that's really good actually. Nice crust though, nice outer layer there.
That's the cave age stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this. Yeah, it smells cavey.
Dude, this is fucking boring.
Yeah. All right, so I'll get into that. That's good though. This one's from Matchless Brewing Company. It's I don't know. They got all like crazy with 2021. I don't know what that refers to, but aged in bourbon barrels. It's an Imperial Stout, Thurston County Imperial Stout from Matchless out of Portland, I believe, Oregon, Tumwater, Washington. And on the back it says everything: bourbon, cocoa, vanilla, as the aromas, flavored chocolate, oak, and caramel. And this is 11.8% ABV. It was canned. They usually put it in a little box, but not anymore. Jeez, it really wants to come out.
That looks like a dark beer.
It's got a real nice dark chocolatey cocoa kind of head. Great cascade effect. Nice creamy, looks like ice cream on top of a beer. Nice dark opaque black beer. Very black. Dark brown, dark brown. A little red in there. Nice. Smells very bourbon forward. Hell yeah. Really good. I'm looking forward to this. Cool. Cheers. Let's get back to Miscellaneous.
I like that glass here, man. It's a cool glass.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. Gee, he has the same one, and he broke his.
I told him where to find him. I broke mine, both of them.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so with this, definitely it's got a nice bourbon quality to it, slight sharpness of alcohol. All the adjunct notes are coming through pretty mild and balanced, similar to that one I had last night. I mean, I definitely pick up the cinnamon. It's light, doesn't smell over the top. There's a vanilla because they add vanilla. It's working well with that bourbon. Coffee it's hard because it smells like chocolate too. It's almost like right there with the coffee and chocolate. And I actually smell the pecans in it. So very surprised.
Yum.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Almost down to nothing on the head.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
I'm sleeping here in my brain, though. You know what I mean? Like I need to wake up. Sorry, dude.
That one's definitely boozier. The same ABV as the beer I had last night. I feel like this one's a little more boozier. And I only had this one out for 10 minutes before the show. The other one I had out for a half hour. So, yeah. Thin body. I'd say maybe pushing close to medium. Yeah, kind of a thin mouthfeel. The flavors are really good on this beer, though. I definitely get it's chocolate, it's vanilla. You get that barrel flavor.
Miscellaneous. Is that your cat in the background?
Yeah, he's hanging out.
His legs.
That's his head, and those are his front paws.
Oh, I thought that was his ass. I thought that was the back.
Sorry, he just slumps out there, not hang out. It is a little boozy, heaty on the way down. Like I said, the mouthfeel and the body of this beer are off to me. Definitely not going to get as good a score as last night's. I think that one was better. All right, so moving on to the cheese. The aged, mature Scottish cheddar. Very, very dry, crumbly cheese. It just smells really salty, nutty, a little bit of sweet. Smells good. I tried a piece before I smelled it, so that fucked that up. But it does have this nice aged crystals in it. Finally got the cheese with the crunchies in it again. Rolling the dice. It's sharp, it's tangy, it's milky. It does have a nice saltiness to it. Not overly salty. It's a little oily. Slight bit of like a pasty mouthfeel. It's not bad though. I actually really like this cheese. It tastes good. I can't remember where this company's from. Millbrook Dairy out of the UK. Yeah, it just tastes. It's a pretty good. I think this one stands up there pretty high with me, like with like Kerrygold and shit, because they make some really good aged cheddars. This is definitely good. Deli meats, charcuterie board for sure. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go cheese before beer.
Now we got the cheesers.
I think that salty is going to work with the sweet. It's still boozy. It kind of tamed it. Brought more of that coffee, pecan delight up front. That's pretty good. Cinnamon's there. It's almost like you get like a pecan pie kind of thing, but it's got coffee in it too. So it kind of throws it off in your brain. You're like, I don't know. Does it work? Does it not work? It's pretty good. I don't know.
That kind of sounds.
I
good.
just not. This is definitely not my favorite beer from the second one I've had. They're 50-50 right now. So, beer before cheese. Smothers it. Yeah, cheese before beer. In the clear with this one. I'm going to sit back and get a couple more notes together for my score. But yeah, it's not bad. Beer's not great. Cheese is awesome.
Excellent. Thanks, Miscellaneous. All right. Let's get Bumpy up here.
All right. Let's smell the cheese. Yeah, it's got this kind of faint, kind of sharp, like funky type smell to it. Like a little bit almost on the sour side, funky. Maybe like a dampness with that kind of mildewy smell, almost that kind of funk. So a little bit, maybe a little bit like a foot. Very, very, very slight though. Not as foot sharp as some other cheeses. A slight nuttiness in there as well. Let's eat it.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers. It's definitely a dry cheese. This just sucks all the moisture out of your mouth. Crumbles up as chewing it. Yeah, it's got an extreme nuttiness to it, and that funkiness too. A kind of sour footiness. Not bad. I never thought of Parmesan really being a cheese that you just sit down and eat, but this one's actually not bad. It's much better than Asiago, in my opinion. Pretty robust flavors out of it, and they're not bad, like I said. It's got that bite like a sharp cheddar would give you. All right, the beer. Yeah, do get chocolate kind of up front. It's kind of a mid-range, darker chocolate type note, and then you get blasted with a bunch of just coffee, loads of coffee. It's that coffee that's like if you brewed yourself coffee and then you had the grinds, the wet grinds left in the filter. That's what it smells like. The leftover used grounds. I say grounds. Yeah.
That sucks.
Whatever. I'm gonna say stuff and you just figure out what the hell I'm actually saying.
Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, it's got this kind of bitter bite in the nostrils from all the coffee. Coconut? No. Not getting any coconut. This is, like I said, 10 months old. So the coconut that was in there could have possibly faded. I've never had this one fresh. I've had a PM Dawn before, but it was like a standard. It didn't have any other flavor notes. All right, well, let's dive in. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy. Hope the flavor does you justice.
Doesn't look like you like it too much.
There's it's made with cold brewed coffee, and it does. It just tastes like day old black coffee. There is a chocolate nuance in the flavor as well. It kind of dances around all the coffee. It's still that kind of mid range, kind of darker, or what is a special dark type chocolate. A The bitterness on the finish, it's still like a coffee bitterness. It's not super acrid though, so I guess that's a positive. Kind of a low side medium carbonation. This one seems to have a medium to full body to it. Fairly soft on the palate. No coconut.
Damn.
So
Coconut.
it's pretty much just coffee and some chocolate mixed in. Black coffee at that. Whoop! Oh, you caught it. All right. Let's try some cheese and then drink the beer. I'm thinking the sharpness out of this Parmesan, that sharp funkiness that it's got, is actually going to be able to break through some of the flavors in the stout. That's what I'm thinking. So,
Cheesers.
Cheesers.
not so much. No, the stout definitely overpowers the cheese for the most part. There is that kind of lingering sour foot, I'll call it, type note that kind of sneaks back around after all the coffee and that chocolate note starts to subside from the sip of the beer. But for the most part, it's not changing the beer in any way. And then there's, like I said, just that kind of slight kind of the footnote that comes out of this, that funky foot. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's the reason you don't hear about Trillium stouts.
Mm.
Except for that one that John and Ellie got. I heard that one. That's good.
Yeah, so drinking the beer and then eating the cheese. I mean, the cheese has some good, powerful flavors. There's still that coffee, that like day old coffee flavor right behind the cheese. It kind of works with the way that this cheese comes off. You get that sharp bite, that funky footiness, the nuttiness, and just that kind of like coffee breath in the background. So I'd say the better way to pair these two would be to drink and then eat the cheese, because you're going to get more of the nice flavors out of the Parmesan that way. Other than that, you're going to mask almost everything from the Parmesan and just be left with a faint, funky foot on the tail end. So, cheers. I'll be thinking of a score, and
Awesome.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Bumpy. Welcome, Tana.
All right, so I'll go over my beer first. It's, am I saying this right? Malasada Stout. So this is an Imperial Stout with milk sugar and cinnamon bun extract, 11%. So left a nice little lacing on the glass. On the nose on this one, I'm not really getting as much of like cinnamon bun that I thought I would get, but it is very rich, sweet. I'm getting like the milk sugar, like chocolate, roasted notes, and roasted coffee. Yeah, for the most part, it's like chocolatey, roasted coffee, vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon. It does smell very sweet for a stout, but it smells pretty good. Like I said, a little disappointed it doesn't smell like a cinnamon bun, which I was kind of hoping for, but see how this is. Oh, I will just say there is no date on this can. I've been looking, so I don't know how old it is, but cheers. Guys.
Nice. Cheers, man.
Cheers. It could be flavorful though, man. I don't know. They get to using them extracts.
It is it's thick. It's a thick boy. As far as like booziness, I'm really not getting much booziness. I'm getting like cinnamon, vanilla, and that milk sugar on the finish. So you're left with a really nice aftertaste. Really chocolatey, like milk chocolate. So it's not like the dark bitter chocolate. So I'm getting like milk chocolate, roasted notes, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of bitterness from coffee, slightly dry. Yeah, this is a very sweet stout. So for the cheese, I had Cracker Barrel Gouda. And I did look up a little bit of notes because I've never really paired cheese and beer before. So not Cracker Barrel, but Gouda in general. I've seen online some rich, nutty, caramelly, sweet, creamy. So I'm thinking that this actually worked really well. I wasn't too positive on how this would come out, but so should I do the cheese first or the stout first?
I usually try both because sometimes you do get adverse effects.
Well, which way do you guys usually start off?
I don't know.
Whichever, yeah, whatever you want.
I'll try the cheese first.
Yeah, that works.
That in that regard, there's no really. It's at your own discretion.
I'm getting the nuttiness. Definitely creamy. Not as creamy as the stout, but creamy, nutty. I don't really see the caramel. Maybe if this was more of like a craft Gouda, you think maybe you get a little bit more of that sweet caramelly taste. I'm not really too sure, so I wouldn't know.
Damn,
I do get the nuttiness on the finish, though. So with the beer. Wow. Yeah, the creaminess definitely stands out, and that nuttiness. I wasn't really getting much of a nuttiness from the beer at first, but when like pairing it with the cheese, some flavors kind of stand out. Being 11% beer and something that has this much like added stuff to it, I feel like it's one of those beers that you could sip this for a while and you could probably pick up some different notes, especially when you're pairing it like this. So we'll do the beer and then the cheese.
And the cheeses.
I recommend the cheese first. I think the creaminess from the cheese complements the beer, but vice versa, it's not really going the same. I don't really know how I feel about it. I do like like I said, when you do the cheese first, you get that kind of makes like the flavor enhances and the creaminess and the mouthfeel of the beer stands out. But yeah, it's not bad. I'll have a score soon. Maybe next time I'll try to grab something a little bit more craft, like more of a craft cheese. Maybe probably work a little bit better, especially with something like this, you know.
Like an imperial with an imperial cheese, something that's going to cut through it.
Yeah.
You know, or something like that.
You have like a good smoked Gouda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
As far as booziness from this beer, this is like kind of dangerous. It's definitely a sipper. It's definitely full bodied, very thick on the mouthfeel. But as far as booziness, I can't really taste the booziness. It's probably from that milk sugar and the cinnamon bun. On the can, it says homemade sugary puff pastry. Notes of creamy cinnamon sugar. So it definitely did a good job rounding out the beer to where you don't taste that 11%. If somebody handed me this, I would think it was like 8.
Did it dry off in the finish? Did you say that? Was it pretty dry in the?
Yeah, a little dry.
Took away the cloying, the sweet, or
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. See, I like it when those like dessert stouts and stuff, like the real sweet ones, man. They get way too cloying, way too sweet. Yeah. And if they don't finish off with the dry, I can't drink it. Yeah. It starts to.
Yeah.
But no boozy, that's a good thing too. So
The thing that kind of turns me off the stout sometimes is the bitterness from like that coffee. Sometimes that turns me away. Doesn't make me want to keep sipping it, you know.
Right. They can unbalance those too with too much bitterness altogether. That gets crazy.
But I will say the pairing did work out really well for what I have in front of me, you know. But definitely recommend the cheese before the beer. I think I don't know, it's just a little odd.
Right on. Hey, that's what we're here for.
Mhm.
To tell the world, hey, don't have this cheese with this beer. Or have it with this beer. Yeah. Cool, man. Thanks, Tanner. Appreciate you, man.
No
Right
problem.
on. East Coast LQ reviews. Check them out. Right on.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I got it right. Oh, it's not Bumpy. Yeah.
It's your turn.
You caught me taking a sip of the beer. Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. So beer, I'll go beer first. So yeah, Thurston County. Let's smell it. Let's smell it. I got a stronger whiff out of the can as always. But this is a nice glass. It tends to spout it up through the center right into your nose. Yeah, so you get immediately you're getting this very a sweetness, that whiskey barrel-esque kind of thing, you know. A little vanilla's in there, woody kind of barrel-y thing. It's very has kind of a dryness in the nose as well. It's not doesn't smell too sweet. It also has a fruit. There's like a raisin fig or something going on in here. Some kind of dark fruit. Yeah, figgy. All right, so yeah, it's held its retention very well. It's 11 point. It's very strong. It's 11.8, and it's holding it very well. It's got great head there, lacing even. I mean, as you if I don't spill it over, I mean you can see how it just sticks. It's a little leggy. Yeah, cool, man. Let's drink this. Cheers.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
Cheers, man. That looks good.
Soft mouthfeel. Ooh, it's got a roasty bitterness. Like, yeah. Yeah, that's got this weird coffee like roastiness in the finish. It just makes you do that. It works with the bittering also. It's not very heavy on the alcohol. The body's a full medium. It has maple sugar, or excuse me, brown sugar. It's got brown sugar all over it with this vanilla bourbon whiskey. I mean, the name says it all. You know, it's got these just that barrel thing, you know. But it's got a great, nice, soft, almost lactose-y kind of coffee, like a softer, not that harsh like Bumpy was talking about. More of a latte or something with the creamer and the sugar in it. But then you're adding. We just bought some bourbon coffee, bourbon barrel aged coffee or whatever beans that we got. My wife got at her store. Freaking kind of tastes like this without the beer. You know, it's like got that thing, and it's that the whiskey really works well with the vanillas coming through with that chocolate and the creaminess. It's very lovely actually. It's not even sippable. Like I could drink this like without nonstop. It's dry, but it's got that fruity thing too. Yeah, the fruity with the roasty. That's kind of strange, but it's not bad. It's actually pretty drinkable. All right,
Okay.
so the cheese, the Bailey Hazen Blue. I couldn't find much information on that. It was Jasper Hill Farms is what I'm getting. I thought I thought this was here, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I don't know. I'll have to look that up a little later. But let's get into it, man and woman, whoever's out there. We got this nice cheese. Let's smell it. It's very creamy. It's not like your common blue cheese. It's not funky. It's got this weird, not even weird. It has this enticing thing going on. Like makes you want to eat it. It's very good. Smells good. Salty, buttery, creamy, a little slight funk, but not crazy. Okay, man. Jesus. Well, that shit melted. Those little pockets, the veins, they melt right away. The funk. You got oh, that's way hella stronger in the mouth. We're gonna go through well with this, I think. We've got some flavor crystals in there as well, little crunchies. Let me try it with the crust. This is really good. If you like blue cheese, you'll really like this. Wow. Yeah, that's phenomenal. It melts in your mouth. You don't even taste. You don't taste the stuff on the outside with this. It's too funky. It's very salty though. Woo. Salinity level is just like yeah. All right, so let's do beer before cheese, and we'll do the opposite. I can't stop eating this shit. It's good. It'd be good, really good in a salad. Yeah. All right. Here's our
Cheesers.
Cheesers.
man. The beer really takes over. It just kind of goes side by side. It doesn't really take over. It kind of goes side by side. You still get a little of that kind of funk thing from the veins of the cheese, that melting debris in your mouth that just goes through and like funkifies your mouth. But you get this like sweet chocolate bourbon-y kind of thing as well. And you don't lose flavor in either or. It just kind of like goes into each other and just lets you kind of take both in at the same time. It does have a little bit of a wash though, the beer. The beer kind of washes it out a little. I'm curious to how the beer before the cheese goes now. But it's not gonna, you can buy it. The cheese takes over on the beer. Beer before cheese for sure. I mean, cheese before beer. Get confused again. Cheese before beer for sure. Beer before.
I think that was my issue too. I think the cheese kind of took over the flavors of the beer.
You want to drink? Yeah, you want to drink this to kind of get the cheese down.
Yeah. That's I couldn't really explain it very well, but you definitely nailed it.
Cool. Yeah, this was an interesting treat.
That will change though from like beer styles. Like
What's
sometimes it's not. I said that changes sometimes with beer styles and different cheese too. Sometimes you try it after you have the beer, and it's like, this is fucking fantastic. I've had it, you know what I mean, like both ways, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
What temperature are you guys drinking your stouts at?
My shit's
Like,
pretty much warm now.
48-ish, 50.
Okay, yeah. Mine came out of.
I'm in Florida and it's raining outside, so it's not cold.
I'm wondering if maybe when mine warms up, it'll be more of that pastry.
63.5.
Yeah, you got it right.
No, that's perfect.
It's that weather in Bumpy's house.
All right, let's get back to Miscellaneous and give us your last thoughts.
All right.
Don't shout. We'll go on full panel and shouts. Yeah, cool.
All right. So for the Epic Brewing Company, the Big Bad Baptist, the pecan pie, whichever you like to call it, it's just a nut. I don't know. Like initially when I opened this, it was pretty boozy. And then after a couple sips, I kind of just I got acclimated to it. And the pecan flavor's there. You know what? Like I said in the private chat, this beer kind of reminds me of like Founder's Mackinac Fudge, not as chocolate forward, but with cinnamon. And you do get that little bit, but a lower ABV. The body on this is not great. The mouthfeel is watery, but boy, such a contrast from last night to today, huh? Same ABV, same company, totally different beer. I'm gonna put this at an 87. This doesn't get an A.
I seen the raspberry one today. I was about to grab it, but
The chocolate, it was good. Really, really good. Yeah, 87 on the beer. Not their best work. But this is only the second beer I had, so it's 50-50 right now. I got 2 more to try. Yeah. Now the cheese, this 1057 extra matured Scottish cheddar cheese, and it was moderately priced at $6.15 for the square or rectangle, whatever it was. That cheese is good. I definitely, since it's been sitting out and I had my last square that I'm gonna have off of that block, I could definitely tell that the flavor changed on the cheese. Yeah, somebody's getting snacks in the kitchen. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, oh goddamn. Yeah, I don't know. It's a solid aged cheddar. This one I'd probably put it out of 100, like a 95, 96. It can run it with Kerrygold. Is that good? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it'll get down to that. We're gonna start pairing cheeses against cheeses. You think that's better than this one? I don't know. But yeah, solid 95, 96. I'd buy that again. Pairing wise, not so bad. Definitely cheese before beer. That salty, nutty flavor actually did work with the beer and pulled out more of that cinnamon, pecan, and coffee flavors. So, what did I say? 87, 96. Land at I'll go with a solid 90 on the pairing. It was good, but it wasn't the best thing I've had. I've had way better Imperial Stouts and cheddars and aged cheddars than this.
Yeah, cheddar's the way to go, I think, on these Imperials.
Even Gouda, like smoked Gouda. If you get like a chocolate forward something with that umami smoked Gouda, fucking hey. Contrasts will work sometimes, but
yep.
I don't do a lot of research. It's usually roll the dice.
Big, huge, crunchy beer that goes right through your beer. If you got, yeah, that's the something really nasty.
It is dangerous though. It drinks like after it warms up, and like I said, after I had a few sips on this beer, you could miscue it for like a 9% beer or 8%. It and body wise, it drinks almost like a 6% stout. It's, I don't know, just not that great.
Gotcha. Right on. Cool, man. Thanks, Miscellaneous. Appreciate it, dude.
My cat's still sleeping.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what?
So my cat's
the other way.
That way too fast.
All right.
Let's
it
go
does
with
look like a green screen, dude.
It's just a blur screen. It's slowing me up a little bit though. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Parmesan first. I'll talk about that. I didn't think that the Parmesan was. I'm gonna take this thing off.
Yeah, that doesn't do good with when you show stuff.
Yeah, when you're live and everything else. Testing it out. But yeah, the Parmesan is it's a nice cheese. Like I said, I've Parmesan on spaghetti and whatever else you want to put Parmesan cheese on. It's nice, and I actually enjoyed just eating it. It's full of flavors. It does remind me a bit of sharp cheddar with just how pungent the flavors come out. Quite nice. So I was happy with this Parmesan cheese. I'm going to give it a 96 out of 100.
Excellent.
And I could technically bring this to Alex's Food Friday. It's Italian food. So
You could.
I never thought to do that, Bumpy. You're a very smart man.
Yeah, right.
Go practice.
The beer, I mean, I'm straight up, I'm not a coffee stout or a coffee porter person. I try not to buy them. So, but it's really hard because there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
Usually what I dislike about the coffee porters is I don't like black coffee. It's too bitter for me. And when you put it in a stout, you're getting the bitterness of the coffee, plus you're getting the bitterness of the roasted, kilned malts that are used, and you just get way too much acridness. Plus they throw in hops to throw in some more bitterness. So I typically don't like that at all. Usually the finish on coffee porters and stouts to me is just horrific, too harsh on the bitterness. This one, on the other hand, is not. It's not that bitter. I mean, it's bitter, but it doesn't have that huge acrid, nasty aftertaste. So that's a positive. The mouthfeel in this beer, fantastic. Nice, smooth mouthfeel. The body on it suits it well. It is that kind of medium to full body. It's not syrupy. It drinks down fairly easy for that. Plus, being 9%, the ABV is hitting very, very well. This one, yeah, drinks fairly well for what it is. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to score this on, not because I dislike coffee stouts and stuff. I'm going to base it off of what they did and what they did right for the style that it is. The coconut's missing, so I can't really say that they nailed it with the coconut. That'd be my whole scoring thing. So I have to deduct points for the coconut not showing up. The coffee's definitely there. You're getting the cold brewed coffee throughout, so it's more like day old coffee. With drinking it, it smells like coffee grounds. Used spent coffee grounds. So they definitely got the coffee note in there, and like I said, I applaud them for not making this one super acrid and bitter. And the chocolate works well as well in the flavors. So for Trillium's Coconut PM Dawn, I'm going to give it a score of 93 out of 100.
Nice. That's great. Great score.
Personally, I don't really care for it all that much, and I would never want to drink it again. But yeah, I think for what they're going for, I think they did a good job and stuff. So the pairing, I would say that the cheese and the beer went fairly well together. More so of eating the cheese after drinking the beer. But I think that Parmesan is a great matching cheese for an Imperial Stout. I think a different Imperial Stout without all the coffee in it, I think the cheese probably would have shown up a little bit more with the pairing and blended in a bit better, and maybe did some things versus just being kind of a line of beer, cheese. So
yeah, that's how mine was. Yeah, something that cuts through it.
So yeah, I think for overall, I think it was a winning night for me.
Great, man. That's good. That's good. That's real good. Right on.
Bumpy.
2 very good scores.
You think maybe the coconut, maybe that was supposed to come through on like a hop, and it's just that it's been in the can 9 months. Maybe the flavor.
They didn't actually put coconut in there?
Yeah, let me see if they
No,
they don't mention what hops are used in it. I'd have to look it up, but
Was it Sabro?
they could have used Sabro. It doesn't mention that they used because I'm pretty sure if they did what is it, baked coconut or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they probably
Roasted
would have
coconut. Yeah.
added that to the can. So yeah, it may be coming from like Sabro hops or something if they did that. And this is, like I said, 10 months old. So the coconut, even if they used fresh coconut in it, I'm sure the coconut probably would have faded at this point anyway. So
Right. I wonder how that would be fresh. I
I don't know. I'm
mean,
not going to find out.
That's yeah. Well, that's what you do, Bumpy. You got, if you're ever there, you got to try one fresh, and that'll seal the deal.
Yeah, if I'm there and they have it on tap, I might get a short pour,
do a quick
Give me a little
short review
sampler.
in their brewery.
Do a YouTube short. It's still shit.
All right, Bumpy,
No
man.
coconut.
Thanks, man. No coconut though. I love coconut. Do you like coconut, Bumpy?
That's the only way I like. I like coconut by itself. Like I can eat coconut.
Oh, okay.
I can drink coconut milk.
Right.
I don't. The only way I like coconut in a beer is if it's a porter or a stout. I don't
Porters
like
are
coconut.
great.
I don't like coconut ales or IPAs.
Have you had
It
the
reminds me
Kona?
too much. I don't like pina coladas either.
Oh,
So
really?
It kind of reminds me a
wow.
lot of pina coladas if it's like coconut and like some type of pale ale.
Pineapple and coconut, yeah. Oh, damn, dude. Kona's Kona's coffee. Freaking hell, coconut porter is really good. Have you ever had that? Here, I gotta get rid of
Kona?
something. Yeah, Kona. They have
I've never
great-
seen anything Imperial from them.
Well, it's not Imperial. It's just a regular coconut porter, but
Yeah.
it's really good.
No, all I've seen is like their clear beers.
I think I've seen.
If I get to see one of their
Ten.
porters, I'll pick it
Thanks,
up.
Bumpy. Yeah. I don't. Kona's good, dude. If you can get Kona, fuck yeah, dude.
So yeah, I'll talk about the beer first. Malasada Stout. This is a really good beer. I feel like if I drank it a little bit warmer, like I said, I grabbed it out of the cooler and I came back with it and hopped right on the channel with you guys. So I feel like if it was a little bit warmer, I probably would have picked up a little bit more of that like cinnamon bun flavor. But I feel like stouts in general are kind of difficult to like really nail the flavor of what they're going for. Like I had the Duclaws, and they have those patriarchies, and those, and this one is shaking his head. Those like they don't taste like what they put on the label. It's very gimmicky. But this is really good as far as tasting like a cinnamon bun. I'd say it doesn't necessarily taste like a cinnamon bun, but it is very sweet. It is very creamy. 11%. They did a really good job making this beer drinkable, because normally if I drink a stout, I move on to something else, but this is something that I could have a couple of, I probably won't drink 3, but I could definitely have maybe like 2 of these, which I wouldn't mind. Pouring in it. This is actually my second one. As you guys see, I poured 2. But this stuff's thick. It's like motor oil. So if you really want a nice full-bodied, thick, creamy beer, I believe this is a Rhode Island Newport Craft Brewing Distilling Co. So this is a Rhode Island brewery. So if you guys actually come down here, I recommend trying this out. For a rating for this, I'm gonna give it I want to give it I want to give it higher, but I'm going to give it a 95, considering the drinkability, how easy it is to drink because of that sweetness and the creaminess. Well, I said 95, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I want to give it more, but the fact that I'm not really getting that cinnamon bun. Maybe I'll come back to this. One of my buddies is a really big fan of stout, so maybe I'll grab a 4-pack, hang out with him one day. Let it warm a little bit and see if it really tastes like that cinnamon bun. As far as a stout, an Imperial Stout, it's really good. Like I said, 11% ABV. You can't even tell. I'm pouring a second one, even though it is very full-bodied and rich. It's a really good beer. I recommend, if you guys see this, grab it. Price, I did pay, I think it was $17 for a 4-pack. Which is a little bit on the pricier side, but if you look at 11% Imperial,
That's fair.
That's
I
fair.
think that's fair.
It doesn't sound bad
For
an Imperial. Yeah.
So yeah, for
You
95,
get a What if the
There.
6-pack of Founders for $25 or something
True.
crazy like that? Yeah, that's fair.
For the Cracker Barrel Gouda, I don't really know how to rate cheese yet because I'm not really into like craft cheese yet. I would like to say I really do like this. This is awesome. I've never really thought about pairing beer and cheese. I know a lot of people used to do it with wine. I used to work at a liquor store for
Wine,
like
yeah.
5 years, and they always had wine tastings. So they would bring out the cheese, but they never really had the cheese and the crackers for people for beer reviews. So I never really thought about it, but this is a really good concept. I really do enjoy it. I'd like to look for
Nice.
some craft cheese, maybe a craft Gouda, like Miscellaneous was saying something like a smoked Gouda. I think that actually would sound really. That sounds really
Boar's
good.
Head. Go, just get Boar's Head. Get the little red wheel, bro.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
you're in it now, dude. You're gonna be finding cheese now from here on out. Watch.
So I think for the cheese itself, like I said, I don't really know what to compare it to. But looking at the notes online and like what people are saying you're supposed to get from a Gouda, I'd give it like an 85. I didn't really pick up any like sweet caramel. It is sweet. It's creamy. It's got that nuttiness. The nuttiness works really well with the rich flavors of the stout. But I feel like there's definitely some way better Goudas out there that I would give like a 95 to 100. So like I said, I'm going to give this an 85. As far as pairing, they work really well together. I'm probably going to give it like a little bit less than I give the beer, probably like a 93 out of 100. I definitely recommend having the cheese over the beer. I usually eat food and then drink. So I mean, like Beer Man said, you wash it down.
Yeah.
And I think the flavors that you do get with this cheese, even though it's not very complex, it is a nice pairing and it works well together. So
Great. That's excellent, man. Hell yeah, dude. Cracker Barrel, man. I haven't seen them. They have the restaurants in when I was living in North Carolina. They had them out there. They started just putting those restaurants up.
I was
That was
actually
back a while ago.
I was looking at the back, and this is actually distributed by the Kraft Heinz Food Company. So
For Heinz,
the Kraft mac and cheese, they distribute this. So that's probably
at
why.
least it's Kraft.
Yeah,
You have craft cheese.
yeah. It's only Kraft thing about it. It's made by Kraft.
Budweiser has craft breweries too. Right.
But no, yeah, this is an awesome concept. I do like it. I would like to definitely try to find some more something that's a little bit fancy, I guess you could say. I don't know.
Go to your grocery stores. Usually have like a little like section where it's just like fancy cheese. Yeah.
Well, I went out kind of late, but I want to check out Whole Foods because I'm pretty sure that's where Bumpy. That's where you find that
Yeah, Whole Foods over by the wine.
mango
Or
and
wine
wine.
section. That's where you'll find all the cheeses.
Yeah, but they don't sell wine and beer and
Pretty soon it'll be by the beer and wine section.
Uh-uh.
Once they get on
they
it,
don't sell alcohol
See the
in
show.
stores in Rhode Island. So I'm sure I'll be able to find it though. What was it called? The one you had, Stilton? Was that
Oh,
one?
the white Stilton.
Yeah, the mango and
With
ginger.
mango and
Oh,
ginger.
yeah,
Yeah, I want to try that. That sounds really good. You kind of hyped it up for me.
Yeah,
Sure
if you like sweet cake.
Yeah, that's it. Sounded really good. I definitely want to go and check that out. Hopefully, they have it in my area.
Nice.
Pretty cool. I know you can order it offline, but I don't know how it fit. You guys order cheese offline?
Never actually.
Yeah,
You can.
I found it on a website, and they had it actually. You can actually order cheese. I don't know about having cheese shipped through the mail. How do you guys feel about that?
They put them on ice packs.
So
they keep them cool and fresh.
They have a way of keeping them
Yeah.
cool and fresh. All right, that's cool.
Right.
That's good to know. I didn't know if they had a hot truck, you know.
Yeah. Grocery store is your best bet. I mean, a lot of those will have those craft ones, so just don't go to the don't go to the Kroger section where they have the Kroger cheese. Go over to the other area by the deli or by the wine.
Kroger over here either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We have like Stop and Shop. You probably never heard of that, right?
No, never.
Yeah, we have Stop and Shop. That's
not even living in the East Coast.
I've
I've never been to the Northeast.
You know Publix?
I've heard of them.
Publix, that's like Florida. I've been to Florida. Publix is like the Florida Stop and Shop, I guess you can call it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool, man. 93 on the blend. That's good. Some good scores there. Sounds great, dude. Tanner, thank you, man.
Yeah, no
Appreciate
problem.
you being here, and
It was
hopefully
awesome
we'll see you
experience.
again.
Like I said, I'm glad to try this out, and I'll definitely be looking
Yeah.
for some more cheese. That'd be
Oh
cool.
yeah, dude.
Look forward to.
When you can make it,
Yeah,
show us for sure. We love having you here. So thank
thanks.
you. Cheers. All right. Cool. um, all right. So the beer. We'll just go with the beer. The beer was it was good, man. It was complex. It was thick. It was rich. It had a sweetness, but it wasn't overcloying. It had a good finish, a good dry finish, and it had all the things I was looking for in a barrel aged stout. All the vanilla and the whiskey, the just everything. It was a smooth beer. It hid the alcohol. It was wasn't too terrible. Maybe saw me. Some of y'all might have seen me like eat as I'm drinking it. It's just kind of strong. It's got
Yeah.
kind of a strong to it, but it's like taking a shot. You just okay, and then it's over and you're feeling buzzed. No, this is good though. Very drinkable actually, and that's another thing I think Tanner said, or drinkability, or Miscellaneous might have said. All of you guys might have said it, but drinkability is also always such a beautiful factor in the whole thing. That's what makes this work in a beer. I think if you can drink it, you're good to go. Of course, you got to stick per style and everything else. If you're having a porter, American porter, you're gonna have an American porter. But very good beer. I'll give it a 93 out of 100. I think it's passable in the A range. The cheese, man, was very good. It melted in your mouth. It had the funk, but it also had the creamy, salty, even a slight nutty. I didn't mention that. Kind of a little nuttiness in there, like a little milky nuttiness. Just very good, actually. It melted in your mouth. It was better than most of the blue cheeses I've had. It was definitely a connoisseur blue cheese. It was a craft blue cheese for sure. I'll give it a 96 out of 100. I don't want to go too far because there's a lot of them out there. The pairing together, I'll say the cheese before beer was the best, and I would give the pairing just because well, they worked side by side, but they allowed each other to taste still. It was cool. It kind of melded, not so great, but it stuck on the sides parallel to each other and just kind of let you enjoy what you were doing. But this also watered it down and took down any of the funk or the stickiness and the gooiness of the cheese on your mouth and palate. So it was real nice in that sense. I'll give it a 90 out of 100. I'd like to look for something a little more less sweet, maybe more dry, something that's still imperial but a little more dry to work with this blue cheese, or even like an imperial brown that's a little on the lower scale, or a porter or something that would just kind of work with it better. I think a porter would work really well with this actually. Excuse me. Very good though. Let's get to boy, that was really, you just heard all my phlegm in the microphone. All right, so let's get us all. You're all is that good? Yeah, that's good. So go ahead and shout your guys' out, man. Stuff out.
All right. So, yeah. Who did I get to shout out? Okay, everybody. Thomas Metal 75, Massachusetts Beer Reviews. He's going to be doing Wildcard Wednesday tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern. Bring any kind of alcohol, beer, spirit, wine, liqueur, whatever you're into. You can get on that panel as long as you bring something that contains alcohol and you're not a douche.
Yeah,
That's
don't be
the
one.
two rules. Other than that, Food Friday with Alex, the Italian food. Thanks for the hint earlier, Bumpy. It's going to be at 8 o'clock Eastern on Alex the Beer Master's channel. Stout Sunday with John and Ellie is always a great program. It's not going to be on his show. It's going to be at Ron Terrio's again because I think he said he took 2 weeks off. So yeah, that'll be at 10:30 Eastern over at Ron Terrio's channel.
What's going on over there again? I'm sorry, I was looking at the chat.
On Sunday.
Okay.
John had to take 2 weeks off for something.
Oh, I thought you said Rontario. Okay.
Yeah, Ron's going to be here Sunday.
Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and yeah, Other than that, just for me, it's going to be a Thursday night beer session, but it's going to be a little different. I'm going to do a head-to-head. I've got the Founder's Nemesis barley wine, and I'm going to put it up against the Bigfoot from Sierra Nevada the same year.
Excellent.
Do side-by-side tasting, and I think I'm just going to make it an epic week heading up to Christmas, so maybe I'll review another beer from Epic Brewing Company. So, yeah, that's what I got going on. I'm going to try and switch it up a little.
Cool. Sounds great. Thursday is what time? 7:30 or 8?
8.
Your time?
8
o'clock,
Eastern.
Okay. All right. Cool, man. Thanks, Miscellaneous. All right, Bumpy, what you got?
All right. Well, I'll throw out another shout out for Ontario. Also, Wednesday night, he does a beer show. Usually starts between 7:20 and 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week is another holiday beer on his channel. So if you can find a holiday beer, bring that if you're going to join up. And
Okay.
any other shout outs for anybody else? Oh, yeah, Lep TV may be going live tonight. He mentioned it on a Marco Polo. So I'm not sure if it's going to actually happen or not, but he said after Beer and Cheese, maybe I'll go live. So if you guys know who Leprechaun TV is, you want to watch another live show, he may be putting something up here. It may already be running, or it may not happen, but possibilities are endless.
That's right.
Lots of
other shout outs, I got my 50-point inspection videos. I put them out Wednesdays and Fridays, so there'll be a new one coming out tomorrow, so look for that. And then I have my live show on Monday, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my channel as well, Bumpy Road Brewery. And it's called New Brew. Bring a beer that you've never had before. And it's, yeah, I think some of you out there have maybe seen the show. So I think you're starting to get the gist of what it's about. So a little bit of just a bunch of talking heads and a little bit of some answering questions. Cheers. Thanks for having me on, Beer Man.
Cheers, dude. No problem. Anytime.
Don't forget your pen and paper.
We're a little delayed today. Had a hard night last night.
Paper just in case. I might want to bring out the artiste and everybody.
Yeah, like my Santa Claus drawing.
Yeah, I still have my drawing too. I'm gonna have to put that behind me. Tanner, what you got going on, buddy?
So for shout out,
Thanks, Bumpy.
Like I said, Bumpy, shout out to you guys. Thanks for having me. Shout out to Beer Man having me on this channel. Opened me up to doing the beer and cheese pairings. Works really well together. Like I said, I used to work at a liquor store and we did a lot of the wine and cheese pairings. But beer and cheese works pretty well too. Shout out to Bumpy. Thank you for having me on your new beer show. Shout out to Miscellaneous. Always being there, keeping me informed, showing me what glassware to buy next. Because
you're about the glass.
That I have that glass cabinet, and I got a little bit more space. I can add a few more glasses to it.
You sound like me.
Yeah,
right. Avid collector.
They usually go on sale this time of year.
Shout out to Ron, like I said, and Bumpy's taught me a lot of stuff. So shout out to him. Thomas, he told me he had to work late, so we end up not hanging out tonight. But maybe next time we'll do a little review together, hang out with you guys, maybe come on air or something. Maybe we'll do my own little live stream. Still trying to think of something to do for my own channel. Usually I work long hours, so by the time I get home and sleep, and then my girlfriend comes over, I don't really have much time to do shit besides watch The Bachelor.
Oh.
You know? But yeah, I'm definitely looking into something. Maybe I was kind of thinking about doing maybe like I know you like Bumpy and Beer Man. You don't really vape. Bumpy, I think
I vape pot, but I don't.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit different. But I was maybe doing like a vape juice and like maybe a beer pairing or I don't know. It's just an idea, I think that would be something cool maybe to do before Bumpy's or before Beerman's on Mondays and Tuesdays, because those seem like the days that I probably would be able to do a live stream and get something up. I have Hoppy Christmas Brewdog, which is like I think it's from like Scotland, which is weird to see it over here. They have like an Ohio brewery. So the Hoppy Christmas, I was gonna release it today, but like I said, I worked almost like 11 hours today, so I didn't even bother
Jesus,
trying to edit it.
man.
And
Long day.
yeah, so that'll probably be up tomorrow, and then I have my in-depth review on the blueberry. What was it? Blueberry Whirl, I believe, was the name of the beer that I brought to New Beer. I want to have a new actual review on that, a more in-depth review. So I'm gonna be releasing that. I'm trying my hardest to find as many Christmas beers as I can before Christmas. I gotta do a whiskey review. I was looking back, this is a liquor review channel, and it seems like I have like 15 beer reviews. My latest reviews are like I said, it's all beer reviews. I gotta toss out a whiskey review or something different. I have a list over here of stuff I have lined up. But yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it. For me personally, I do reviews because it's not necessarily to blow up on YouTube. It's to help you guys out. You guys don't want to spend your money on something you won't like. And I like a lot of stuff, but I'll definitely agree and say that everybody doesn't like a lot of stuff. So if I'll sit there and I'll tell you this is a New England or it's a West Coast. If you like New England, you like that tropical fruity IPA. A West Coast might not do it for you. It might be a little too bitter. It might be a little too dry. So I like to take everybody into consideration, not just my own opinion. And yeah, that's why I do reviews, to help people out, even with whiskey, especially whiskey, because you spend a good amount of money on good whiskey, and if it's not worth it, you shouldn't buy it. And I know how it feels to spend a lot of money on something that you pretty much just have to choke it down. So that's, like I said, that's pretty much why I do reviews. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Like I said, I'm gonna try to come up with my own live stream thing. And thanks for having me on the channel here, man. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, man. No
Cheers.
problem. Thanks for being here. Thanks to all you guys. Yeah. I forgot. I had something in my brain. I was thinking while you were talking, and I forgot. So, no, that's why we review. Yeah, that's why we review. Everyone has their own preferences, their own palates, their own tongues, and they taste things differently. My wife hates IPAs, and I love them. It's all a matter of
Yeah.
understanding and drinking them regularly to get a palate for them. I don't like wheat beers or Belgians or stuff like that. A lot of Belgian like Debels, Quadrupels, Tripels. I'm just not into them, man. And it's like you have to get used to them. I've got like a group of Facebook people that are loving the Belgians, and I'm like, I don't want to join that, but I'm part of it.
It's
But,
funny
yeah.
you say that, because with me,
I had some good.
I really didn't like wheat beers, and then I've had some wheat beers that it just like blows your mind. Like
German wheats are great.
it was when I thought of wheat beers when I was first getting into beer, I thought of like Blue Moon, and I was like, Blue Moon,
Yeah, that's
all right. If someone hands me at a party, I'll drink it. But then I had Gumball Head by Three Floyds, and that's a hoppy wheat pale ale, and that is a really good wheat beer. So
nice. Accumulations of wheat IPA.
In my opinion, I think you couldn't just toss out one style. Maybe somebody did a style that you're not a fan of, or maybe they did it wrong. Definitely, broaden your horizon, I guess you could say, and try different things, and especially like stouts. Somebody might try a stout.
Expand your palate, dude.
It could be like leftover coffee ground bitterness, and then you
nurture that palate.
It's like milk chocolate and brown sugar and nutty, you know what I mean? So definitely don't shoot down just one beer stout just because you tried one and it was bad.
Yeah, understand. It's all about education, and that's why I liked Multi Mondays. I was glad that.
And even
I
the
wish
same
it was still going.
Even the same with cheese, right? I guess you guys could say that maybe someone does a style of cheese and it's not as good, or it compares nothing to like a Gouda, like a craft Gouda. Maybe someone tried Cracker Barrel and they were like, "Oh, Gouda shit," you know what I mean? But then they try like a craft cheese company or whatever, and they try Gouda and it's fantastic. So I guess
Right.
I switch it up and I'll buy stuff like that.
Try your goat cheeses with sours,
Like,
man. That's
what's
really
that
fucking
Amish
great.
countries one that's usually over there, but with the Cracker Barrel and stuff like that. That Half Moon cut cheese, the Amish country.
Oh, dude, Amish know their shit. I'm down with the
Yeah,
Amish.
but,
When it comes to
it's just
cheese.
different. You buy that cheese and I don't know. I like it.
Oh, cool. All right. So yeah, so that's so my shouts, man. My shouts are Tuesday next week. Actually, it's gonna be a I've got a, I mean, I don't care what style it is, actually, just as long as it says Christmas or is a Christmassy beer. Just bring a Christmassy beer and go find a cheese that might go well with it. That should be fairly easy, being that it's Christmas right now. Even though they always put out things 2 or 3 months earlier. But
Yeah, right.
yeah, so I don't care what style. That's not my thing at the moment. I need to look into some others. I like doing these things. I like it where you guys can. It kind of reminds me of Multi Mondays in a way, so you guys can kind of like go find a style and then pick it together with a cheese. So we may be doing more of that. So I just find it fun. I don't know. It's entertaining. It's great. You go on the prowl and you could try to find something. But yeah, 8 o'clock Eastern for that. And Wednesday will be tomorrow. Will be 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock my time Pacific, and that will be Porter. Is it the third or fourth one? I think it's the last one of the month. Maybe. Let me look at the time.
There'll be, well, if you do it for the month, there's going to be one more in the month of December.
So there's actually going to be 3 more. Shit. So tomorrow's 22nd and the 29th. So we got 3 more porters going here.
Long month of porters.
The long month of porters. Bring a porter. I don't care. Be creative and bring something you've never had. Bring something you hadn't had in a while and want to try it again.
Bring a coffee porter.
Bring a coffee porter.
That founder.
And make sure it says
Cold-
Bumpy
cold
loves it
brew
on the
coffee.
label. Yeah. No, but bring that. And we're doing 3 more sessions of that. I've got one in the fridge. Yep. And brewery's going well. It's good. I'm drywalling right now, so I didn't do anything today, and I'm not going to do anything tomorrow. I'm just taking a couple days off because I've been really into it. My 4 days off, I usually take on YouTube. I went like freaking drilled hard on it, and so we'll see where that goes. Hopefully, I'll have something by the end of the month done, and have an inspector in there to get the final inspection. We can start brewing because I'm getting tired of buying my drinkables. My ones for the night. My sessionables. Be nice to have it off the tap. And look out for reviews, of course. Reviews always go up with me. Late night ones sometimes. Been trying to schedule them, actually, to go up around 1 or 2. It seems like the right time. But all right. So you guys, man, thank you. Thank you on the panel. Thank you in the chat. You guys all rock. Yeah. Merry Christmas to you guys. Again and again, I'll say it next week too. But it's a festive holiday month. So cheers to you guys. Let's go ahead and end this and get into the back string so we can all pee.
Oh.